Welcome to TOEFL IBT test preparation. Today we are going to check a little bit about listening comprehension section. I'm David Tapanta.
And I'm Tamara Naranjo, and we are going to be explaining how to identify this type of question and how to answer them.
Now we are going to listen to a conversation.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey, Coach. I just thought I'd stop by to see what I missed while I was gone.
Well, we've been working real hard on our plan for the next game. I've asked Susan to go over it with you before practice this afternoon, so you'll know what we're doing.
Okay.
By the way, how did your brother's wedding go?
Oh, it was beautiful. And the whole family was there. I saw aunts and uncles and cousins I hadn't seen in years.
So it was worth the trip.
Oh, definitely. I'm sorry I had to miss practice, though. I feel bad about that.
Family's very important.
Yep. Okay, I guess I'll see you this afternoon at practice then.
Just a minute. There are a couple of other things I need to tell you.
Oh, okay.
First, everybody's getting a new team jacket.
Wow. How'd that happen?
A woman who played here about 25 years ago came through town a few weeks ago and saw a game and said she wanted to do something for the team.
So she's buying us new jackets?
Yep.
Wow, that's really nice of her.
Yes, it is. It's great that former players still care so much about our school and our basketball program. Anyway, you need to fill out an order form. I'll give it to you now so you can bring it back this afternoon. I've got the forms from the other players, so as soon as I get yours, we can order. Maybe we'll have the jackets by the next game.
Okay.
Great. And the next thing is, you know Mary's transferring to another college next week. So we'll need someone to take over her role as captain for the second half of the season. And the other players unanimously picked you to take over as captain when Mary leaves.
Wow. I saw everybody this morning and nobody said a word.
They wanted me to tell you. So, do you accept?
Of course.
We are going to check a little bit about gist questions. For these kind of questions, you need to listen carefully to the beginning of the passage to develop an initial idea about the gist of the passage or its purpose. As you listen to the rest of the passage, adjust your idea about the main idea or general topic of the passage based on what the speakers are saying. So an example of a gist content question for this passage is, what are the speakers mainly discussing?
Now, we are going to study the detailed question. In this type of question, you are going to listen carefully to the details or facts in the passage. Also, you are going to look for an answer that restates the information from the passage. How to identify this type of question? You should look for phrases like according to and what is. Also, you should look for the important information. You should memorize just the most relevant part of the phrases. But you should not look for the trivial information as dates.
Now, an example of a detailed question is, who is buying new jackets for the team? Now, we are going to check a little bit about listening for function questions. You need to listen carefully to what the speaker says in the part of the passage that is replayed. Then, you need to draw a conclusion about why the speaker says it. In order to do that, you need to identify what is the real meaning of the situation, because some statements can have different meanings in different situations. Therefore, you need to have into account that what the speaker literally says is not always what he or she wants to express. An example of a function question for this passage is, what does the man mean when he says,
Family's very important.
Yep.
Now, we are going to work with another listening.
Today, I'd like to introduce you to a novel that some critics consider the finest detective novel ever written. It was also the first. We're talking about The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. Now, there are other detective stories that preceded The Moonstone historically, notably the work of Poe, Edgar Allan Poe's stories, such as The Murders in the Rue Morgue and The Purloined Letter. Now, these were short stories that featured a detective, probably the first to do that. But The Moonstone, which follows them by about 20 years, it was published in 1868. This is the first full-length detective novel ever written. Now, in The Moonstone, come to it as a contemporary reader. What's interesting is that most of the features you find in almost any detective novel are, in fact, already present. It's hard at this juncture to read this novel and realize that no one had ever done that before, because it all seems so strikingly familiar. It's really a wonderful novel, and I recommend it even just as a fun book to read if you've never read it.
Now, we're going to study first tense question. In this type of question, you should listen carefully to what the speaker says in the part of the passage that is replayed. Then, you will draw a conclusion about what the speaker feels or its attitude. In this type of question, it's necessary to recognize the following phrases. What is the professor's attitude? What the student think about? What can be inferred? All of this in order to recognize this type of question.
Now, here's the attitude question.
What attitude does the professor express when he says this?
It's hard at this juncture to read this novel and realize that no one had ever done that before, because it all seems so strikingly familiar.
Now, it's time of listening for organization questions. You need to listen carefully to each of the points in the passage, especially examples, and consider how these points are organized, how they are related to the main topic, or how different ideas are related to each other. In addition, some organization questions ask about the function of the speaker's statement, such as introducing a topic or changing the topic. Then look for an answer that shows the organization of the points. So if you want to know what the questions sound like, they generally ask, why does the professor mention, or why does the professor discuss? Here's an example. Why does the professor mention a smeared bit of paint in a doorway in the moonstone?
Now, for inference questions. In this type of question, it's necessary to listen carefully to each of the points in the passage and how they are related. Also, you may need to draw a conclusion about how the points are related.
Now, let's listen to an example.
What does the professor imply when he says this?
Well, let me try to give you a sense of who Sergeant Cuff is by first describing the regular police.
This is the end of the video. We really hope that you do well in your exam. Just try to apply the strategies that you have learned and you will be okay. Don't forget to share the video with your friends. Good luck and goodbye.